We're gonna go into Puff Daddy, P Diddy Diddler. When did he change his name from Puff Daddy to P Diddy?
I thought it was just Diddy.
That was years ago, dude.
He went. Diddy?
I thought it was Diddy.
Changed his name like 3
but I stopped
fucking
paying
times
attention
now.
to his ass after Biggie died.
Yeah,
when
like,
Biggie call him anymore after Biggie died.
He changed it to Diddy when Biggie died because Biggie used to call him Diddy. That's why he changed it.
Okay,
he's the one who killed. He killed them all. I don't give a shit.
You think he was grabbing Biggie's dick like
he was
everybody
grabbing
else?
a lot?
Probably, yeah.
How do you think Biggie got?
I always found it funny. Like he's in all of Biggie's shit, dancing in all of his videos and stuff. They're like Tupac would rip on him for that.
Daddy
You watch your producer dancing in all your videos.
Where do you think he got the name Puff Daddy?
That's true.
Because he's a puffer. That's why.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
But you know what, guys?
In England, they call him Poof Daddy.
We're gonna wait for Endymion to come back.
This has been rumors for a long time that Diddy plays on the other field of things.
50 Cent talked about this like 20 years ago.
Well, you saw
a lot of people have,
yeah, there's a fish stick.
Right.
You saw that record producer. That record producer also filed a lawsuit against Cuba Gooding Jr., saying he was at Diddy's place and was
gonna have a drink with us, Anna.
Well, nope. The guy who filed the lawsuit against
I need to be focused for democracy.
Yeah,
George.
Cheers.
That's for you.
Cheers.
George, you right. Cuba Gooding Jr., he has a reputation in Hollywood. They call him butt naked. And no, I'm not joking. That's his reputation. He has a lot of lawsuits against touching people. You know?
Yeah, he does. Well, Cuba Gooding Jr. is in the lawsuit the producer filed against Diddy. Yeah.
His son's in there too now, I guess.
He is.
Well, his sons are in it. Usher's in it. Chris Brown's in it.
I want to know about the videos, the servers.
In it too, apparently. And there's a lot of people in that guy's lawsuit that are referred to.
It looks to me, if we're gonna watch this video, I'm gonna put it on in a second. We're gonna EFAP through it. I think it's a good rundown of what's been going on with him with the charges.
Shaka, horrors, a millionaire's a degenerate.
I think this guy is the Jeffrey Epstein of entertainment.
Yeah, it looks like that. But they said, I think it was the bodyguard, the former bodyguard said, I think, or it was Kanye West, who was saying that he was an informant for the feds.
Yep, he did say that, and he said he'd testify too.
Right,
because they rolled up his drug guy, so that's probably going to also cause some problems.
Because they said he's gone through, I didn't know he had 3 different gun charges over the last few years. And one guy named Shine took the rap on one when he was with J-Lo. And then they said the second one, it was a shooting at his home.
Exactly right, George.
Blood everywhere. And it was gone within a matter of a couple of weeks. And the third one was on his boat.
The bodyguard's in this video. I just wanted to show the name of the channel. It's Finding Diddy. It's on Tim Black TV, so to give him a little promotion since we're going to use his video.
Flash, real quick before you play. Also, it's been a lot of evidence that shows that Diddy allegedly, let me say allegedly, was behind the Tupac murder and the Biggie murder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, he's believed to have been, he arranged the hit on Tupac.
Yeah.
I was going to say, everybody's been knowing that for years.
Here's the question. That one, again, part was Conway and part was the former bodyguard. They're saying that, and also you had Jesse Waters who went on Valuetainment, and he was basically saying how it's Motown Records and Universal are the ones who are actually behind everything. They would give Diddy all this money to throw these parties so he could buy the drugs, so they could then videotape and record all the different people that they would bring in, whether they wanted to represent them or have something over them, basically be able to control them. Do you think that? You think that the production companies are behind something like that? The record companies? Anyone?
Could be.
I know the way.
Yes, but I don't want to die.
No, look, I know the stuff for a fact. Big hip hop fan. Bad Boy Records was founded by a company called Uptown Records. So I do believe other companies could be a part of this too, as well.
If you think I'm kidding, I'm not. I actually still believe that there's a possibility that Sony had something to do with the death of Michael Jackson, and it's kind of weird that Prince died the way he did too. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I think Michael Jackson is alive. He did all that shit to his face so he could get a brand new face, and he's off living a amazing life on his own.
I would love to believe that, Anna, because I am a fan.
And you know, I think he's black again.
So
Anna, is you trolling?
He was trying to sell his music for years. People don't realize how many music rights Michael Jackson owned. He was like,
where'd he move to? Thailand?
Yeah.
No, I think he bought a fucking island. I think he's out living his best life. He bleached his skin so white so he could go any shade of black he wants to. I think his nose is. I think he fixed himself up and he's off living his life.
For all we know, Michael Jackson is on this panel right now, and we don't even
know. That's why Crow, uses that meme of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, though, for years Sony kept trying to get him to sell his music rights because he owned like a big portion. I mean, he just owned a ton of shit.
Happy birthday too.
Yeah, happy birthday.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know happy birthday, but he owned like On Wisconsin and a bunch of other shit though.
Let's get into P Diddler here.
Hey, Diddler.
All right, I'm gonna start the video. You guys ready?
Yep.
Finding Diddy. The feds build their case against Diddy.
Do I care what happened? Nah.
So this is his ex-bodyguard that George was talking about. I just wanted to point that out. Even though it says Diddy's ex-bodyguard, some people aren't watching, they're listening.
Flash, real quick before you hit play. This guy has been revealing all the secrets about Diddy for years on YouTube. And
so you got a channel?
No, but you can watch him on like DJ Vlad, or you can watch him on what's the other one he's on all the time. I think he does have his own channel. Just look up Gene Deal on YouTube, and
I'll look into it. I'd like to watch this.
I'm pretty sure it was the Azuka that killed Michael Jackson.
I find this Diddy thing interesting. They're gonna I think
are they gonna Epstein him?
Yeah, I think that might happen.
Yeah, possible.
This guy apparently they're going to talk about this, but apparently Diddy had cameras up the ass in all of his houses. I mean, we're talking in the toilet, cameras everywhere. So he's apparently got shit on everybody, which would totally explain.
Staring at the butthole. Goddamn.
He has the truth on Zack Snyder. He has the truth on Zack Snyder.
He's got dirt, just like Jeffrey Epstein did.
Yeah, it's all Hollywood.
Jeffrey Epstein had dirt on everybody.
Cameras from
and
the toilet.
I guarantee you Diddy's got dirt on a lot of executives, a lot of people in power, probably people in government. I don't think that's why they went into his home. That's why they went in his home like they did when he was away and got everything.
Yep.
He got enough money to buy his way out of this. I'm not gonna sit there and wait in jail for him. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
So you don't have no problem testifying?
I have no problem.
Diddy's house of cards is tumbling down.
You can be a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire?
I'm Tim Black. Welcome back to the show. We got some news to share about Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy. You're familiar with Diddy, the influential hip-hop tycoon, the Democratic Party influencer, the mega producer.
That's true. Big ties to the Democratic Party.
He did.
I think even the Clintons.
Clinton, he did. He helped Clinton, and then he did Obama. He did Biden. Here's the question, though: if Harvey Weinstein was more powerful than Diddy, and they took him down, so Diddy, there's no way, even with all the dirt he has, because Weinstein must have had dirt on people for.
Well, and here's the thing: is Weinstein was just starting to lose his power, right? And Diddy is in that same place, right? He's getting older. He probably doesn't have as much sway and power as he used to. See, and this is what usually happens. It was the same thing with Bill Cosby. People forget how powerful Bill Cosby was. He was the highest paid actor in television in the 1980s. Not highest paid black actor, highest paid actor.
Except
right? Like
Cosby didn't have video though on everybody. That's the difference.
No, but what he did was just got away with shit for so long, and then when when he couldn't give people shit anymore, right? Like that's the thing. Same thing with Weinstein. He didn't have the pull of Disney behind him anymore. That's when people started coming out of the woodwork at him. Right. Same thing with Cosby. Cosby probably didn't have the pull and sway he used to anymore behind the scenes in Hollywood like he used to. So he became less useful to people.
Ooh.
And it's the same thing with Diddy. I'm sure he's become less useful and he's more of a fucking problem now because he knows all this shit.
Is this true? Can someone DM me this video in the chat that if you're just verified, you can send me a DM on Twitter. The Buzz CJC for 5. You should pull up Salty's video showing the guy that was Diddy's sex slave years ago and police interrogation from years ago. It's spicy and short. Yeah, I'll pull that. I'll play that after this.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's a lot of shit coming out. I've been trying to absorb this rabbit hole all week. Like, there's so much shit.
Well, I ain't been following it, but I can just tell you from knowing the typical types of these situations. It's like if you're not the one at the top making the decisions and you know a lot of shit, then you better start worrying. That's all I'm going to say. That's the way these situations go.
Yeah, you got to worry.
Well.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty, but he knows shit. So obviously, yeah, he played a part.
No, if he's an FBI informant, you think he'd get away with it?
Well, maybe the information he has isn't as good anymore. That's my point. He's outlived his usefulness.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's a problem with being a source.
Seems a whole lot like Jeffrey Epstein's case.
Yeah, this is a good point that he makes here. Let me rewind that.
The situation seems a whole lot like Jeffrey Epstein's case, doesn't it? Diddy was seen in Miami having a leisurely golf game with his daughters. Meanwhile, beneath that cool, calm exterior, turmoil is brewing. According to TMZ, the federal investigation is heating up on Sean Puffy Combs, his properties, his company links. We're talking laptops, cell phone records, anything they can grab, they're grabbing it. Meanwhile, Diddy's been busy offloading his investments. And this, folks, is no random move. He liquidated his shares of Evoke TV. He took back his rights to Bad Boy Records. Word on the street is the feds are poking around his chartered flights.
Yeah. So that's he sold his shares in Ciroc, everything. He's trying to become liquid as possible.
But this was what I want to know. He hasn't been charged for anything, though, right?
No, but here's the thing.
He's got civil cases.
So yeah, but I mean, the thing is the way that civil case. The one with Vanessa, and he settled that in a day. Yeah, that one that was filed by Little Rod, which I think that's hilarious. Anyway, just having that name. It's almost worse than the YNW Melly trial, where one of the guys he killed was named Sack Chaser, and I'm like, wow. Nowadays that doesn't sound. Well, I'm assuming he's chasing after sacks of money, but
no.
Yeah, chasing after the wrong sack there.
Well, and I got to ask potentially.
So, like HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, like the dude from the Sound of Freedom, those are the dudes that raided him. If they're up you're having a bad day. Like
that means you're trafficking, no?
Yeah. Well, it's like R. Kelly style stuff.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is like if they're doing this publicly, are they building a case still?
Oh, yeah.
Or are they just trying to scare him? Or what's?
No. They're building a case. They've already been working on it, and this is them finally making a move out in the open.
Well, then let me ask you
it's gonna take some time. The feds move slow.
They're
like a glacier. They'll catch up to you.
Real fast, fellas. He had a wife. His son's mother mysteriously died out of nowhere.
Wow, really?
Just out of nowhere. Fully healthy, everything. Just mysteriously died out of nowhere.
Right. I'm curious about something. Why did they go to his homes like looking like they're going to invade Cuba? He's not Scarface. I mean, it's really
Diddy's got it. Well, Diddy's got it. Like, he was involved in that shooting back in the day in New York City.
I know, but how many
those guys?
Some girls' nose. I mean,
he
shot some girls' nose off.
The cops love dressing up in their tactical gear anyway. Number one, but number two, they're allegedly going to raid a human trafficking ring, probably drug trafficking. They're going to strap up for that no matter what. I mean, yeah.
Because they literally expect him to fight. I mean, shoot back if he was there, which he wasn't.
It's not Diddy. They're not necessarily worried Diddy's not going to like come out the door with an AK, but
they're worried about his protection more.
Any dude that's there, like who knows who's in the building.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna roll
you gotta
hard.
go in
well,
hot.
and would they have done this publicly to start shaking some people out? Do you think maybe to kind of scare some people out into the
well? How does this not public though? They're gonna.
Well, I mean, they have enough to get. They have
gear.
enough to get a warrant, so there's people already talking. Remember, you have to get probable.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where are we at with this? Yeah.
Well, and to get enough probable cause to get a magistrate or a judge to sign off on a federal judge to sign off on, I want to raid Diddy's house.
Right.
Like, you're not just raiding some like random douchebag.
Right
On the street. This is one of the most it's
well,
like
that's my
sign up
point.
for
They
the
knew it
raid
was
for-
going to wind up on the news. That was my whole point,
Yeah.
right? Like this was done for a public reason on purpose.
Well,
It's
this
to
was
set the optics. It's to set the optics. I get that part.
exactly, yeah.
The feds
what-
do like making a scene, but to do this, like whoever signed off on this knew it was going to be a big deal. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Here's
Can I
the
ask a quick
they gotta
question?
do it.
I just want to ask a fast
Well, that's
question.
why I was asking is
Yeah.
why would they do this now? Like, what's the reasoning behind
Tom,
the timing of this? Yeah.
They got enough,
Tom,
and I
that-
think they'll
Tom,
find
that's-
something.
Tom, that's what I'm about to ask real quick. Do you
Yeah.
guys think this is funny? This is happening during election time?
Mm,
Well, why? He supports Biden.
no, I think it's just it worked out that way. This has been brewing, and if you read Little Rod's lawsuit, it's put together almost like a criminal indictment with all the pictures and listing out everything.
Do the
If you
feds
remove a
ever
lot of
help?
the- if you remove a lot of the emotional stuff out of there, certainly Little Rod's team probably talked to the DOJ and said, like, here you guys, here's some free stuff. I'm
Gotcha.
sure this has been planned for a long time.
Well, and I
And
suppose if
wouldn't
people
they-
are
And I bet from the aftermath of R. Kelly's investigations, I'm sure if you trace the lines back, a lot of this leads to R. Kelly.
I have a
Hey, I
question.
wouldn't be
Wouldn't
surprised.
they
That's a good
like to-
point, actually. Yeah,
That
you're-
is a good point.
yeah.
yeah, and what R. Kelly was doing is technically kind of tame compared to some of the shit we
Well,
got. Some of
Diddy's-
these guys, yeah.
Right, but here's the thing: why didn't they lock down his jet? Because he was flying around.
Well, what I was saying is almost it
Because
felt
he
like R.
wasn't on
Kelly was
that.
more or less a sacrificial lamb at that point. Was what I was getting at. I'm sorry, but yeah,
The jet itself isn't the evidence because they know he's not on it.
No,
And
I mean he
it-
can
it's
go
the-
anywhere he wants. Is what I was. I
well,
was meant.
but he
They're
goes
going
anywhere-
after his.
He can go anywhere he wants, and they'll go after him anywhere he can go. I mean, he's Diddy. He's not going to be able to disappear.
So he can't go to Brazil and go. Oh,
Well, I
no,
mean, he could go to Brazil, but that doesn't stop the U.S. government from going to go get him or asking the Brazilian government to hand him over.
Gotcha.
well, the
Remember,
big story that came out at the time was that he was trying to get to that one place that doesn't
Antigua?
extradite. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Cape Verde. Well, yeah, but he could have. The thing was, his Gulfstream has the range to get to Cape Verde from L.A. So, like, why he flew to Antigua? The pilot's not going to do that because the moment the pilot finds out Diddy's on the run, he does that. His life's over too. So, it's not going to work out that way for him.
Gotcha.
And
How
all those
long would it-
places, the U.S. government would put immense pressure on him to get him back.
How long would
Oh,
it
big
take
time.
a trial? How long would a trial like this take? Typically, from the feds going.
Oh,
after
you
him?
mean
like once they indict him?
Well,
Like
once
let's
they
say
indict him, it's
yeah.
going to be like R. Kelly situation, probably a year and a
Yeah.
half, 2 years.
Same thing. Okay.
But
But
it's
is it-
probably going to be a year and a half or so till he gets indicted. I mean, they're going to be going slow. They take their time. Generally speaking, when it comes to this stuff, they put it together with a big bow on it when it comes time to present.
Mr. Burger for 20. Every popular cafe, nightclub, meeting area, restaurant, etc., is surveilled by the Los Angeles, New York City, and DC. Celebrities and politicians are all compromised. We, the people, control nothing. Mr. Burger mega trivia after FlashCast.
Shout out
That's
to
not
Mr.
a
Burger.
secret. We're not even a republic. We're really an oligarchy, is what America is. But
Y'all always say we're
Damn.
not a democracy. We not.
No, we're not we were a republic. We were.
we're an oligarchy.
We're a republic is based on democratic principles.
Correct.
Well,
we're
we're
no longer.
ruled by a class.
That
of
ship
people.
sailed a long time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Diddy is like, I'm big on hip hop ever since I was a little kid. Diddy is like the top guy when it comes to hip hop, black entertainment. So when you connect those R. Kelly, I could see those R. Kelly lines being connected with him as well. Allegedly, I'm not saying if he did or not, but I could see how that could connect as well. Because Diddy is like the gatekeeper. He's like one of the black entertainers.
Someone is aggressively typing.
Well, you had the East and you had the West, right? You had Diddy on the one side and you had
Yeah.
Suge on the other.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Who's typing?
I have no clue.
Don't know.
Not me.
But for Diddy, I mean, it's not only just him, but it's the people listed in that lawsuit. Chris Brown, Usher. I mean, there are a lot of
Pretty
people.
much
who are
all
gonna
his
go-
people, I'd imagine.
Well,
Hey,
all
no.
these people, but and from there, they're going to start naming like.
But they even had Harry in there.
Yeah, they're gonna
Prince
they're
Harry.
gonna start naming names of all these people like that, his little drug mule guy that got picked up, that dopey white looking dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's gonna start. You know, that guy is gonna squeal like a stuck pig.
Well,
But Sean, did something happen to Justin Bieber?
Yeah, they talked
I mean,
about it
Bieber
on.
was involved in it, but I mean,
fellas,
Bieber was like those videos of Diddy and Bieber together are just creepy.
Yeah, but they said they drugged Bieber. They said they drugged Bieber. That's what they was. That's what Waters was talking about on that other show.
But check this out. I know the story behind those two with Usher and Justin Bieber. You can do your research on this. Usher, his parents gave up the rights to Diddy, and the same thing for Justin Bieber. They gave their rights up to Diddy. So this is some real creepy, sinister type stuff that's been going on for years with Diddy.
Oh, well, that's all Hollywood. That's the entertainment industry.
Well, it's not like somebody's ever alleged that Hollywood's full of like, you know, a pedophile cabal or anything like that.
Right? No shit.
It's really not. It's not entertainment. It's the rich and powerful, actually.
Well, the entertainers are getting there.
I'm glad somebody else brought R. Kelly up because I was starting to wonder if there wasn't some connection there anyway. Because like you just said, he's you know, his stuff's. He's been in prison now for how long? Who's to say he didn't start dropping some info because he wants to get his fucking time get his time reduced.
It's the Yazuka.
Who made that one?
That was
is that Legion of Memers?
Release of the Kraken.
Yeah, good job.
But I was just asking, potentially criminal. Do you think maybe this could be, you know, tied to R. Kelly trying to get maybe some of his time reduced or something like that? Maybe he started dropping some names and shit.
I kind of doubt it because R. Kelly's the top. He's the mob boss. So, you know, you at that point you can already. I'm sure they already found the evidence that goes that way. And I mean, when R. Kelly when everything went down with R. Kelly, you heard whispers about like, well, you know, Drake's doing this kind of like Drake's name was starting to pop up, and it's like there's all these other names that were popping up, and it's like, okay, well, apparently the secrets are out on the street. You just got to look hard enough. So. I don't think so. And at this point now for R. Kelly,
they have worked together before. That's why, you know.
Well, yeah, they have, but that's also the idea of.
Well, I'm just saying, let's put
criminal enterprises work together. Too.
I'm just talking speculatively. I'm just saying, like, I could see like R. Kelly sitting in a situation going, y'all got me, but what about this motherfucker over here who's doing all this shit? And he starts dropping names of people you should start talking to, and it would take like this long to start doing that kind of an investigation and getting into it. That's what I was kind of.
It could.
But speculatively anyway.
I'm wondering what he's going to do with the tapes.
It's more likely the underlings were like everybody else has been talking,
right?
They've got more to offer, and you know, R. Kelly, like he's not getting out. That's the thing. Like he's
done.
Yeah.
Right, but I read today that there's 30 other women who are now saying that they have been abused.
Oh, I bet he's ready to settle.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
well, the thing is his tapes. If he has tapes, as they were talking about, from princes to politicians to two preachers, I mean, he's got a card to play. No, I don't want that. If he did it, I mean,
here's
away,
the deal. Like when you play that game, you better have a dead man's hand set up. And
gotcha.
The people that Diddy's fucking around with, like he may think he's like a G, but the people he's fucking around with are real G's.